Jeannie and I joined staff in 1971, and our challenge was come help change the world. And we wanted to be revolutionaries, to not be afraid, but to believe God for things. One of them was when we started out, we put together a strategic plan. We put down, 6-month goal, 9-month goal, a year goal, 2 years, 5, 10, 20. And it was our master plan. And when we started putting it together, we asked ourselves, okay, how many staff would we believe God for? How many campuses would we believe God for? What kind of an impact would we believe God for? And I remember when we did it, one of the guys who was our right-hand man all these years said, I will list these numbers, I will list these things, but I don't think I can believe that that'll happen. Well, I'm not saying I did either, apart from the fact that by faith we said, all right, God, these are the things we want to believe you for. And recently I came across that strategic plan, and I'll tell you a couple of them. We said we believe God for 1,200 staff. And now you got to remember, we were on one campus with 12 staff, and so these were big leaps. Well, today there are over 1,200 staff. A fairly significant percentage are nationals, and the other was to be over 100 campuses. I don't know where we are today, but I think it's well over 100 campuses. And one of the things that when we did our plan, our 20-year plan, we had a phrase in there that our goal, our desire was, our prayer was, that we would see the gospel sweep China like a firestorm of God's Spirit. The contrasts, when we first went, 1980, 81, the church was estimated at maybe 10 million Christians. Today, of course, the estimates are 250 million, maybe more. And someone told me that in one of the major cities, there are 10,000 cell groups, if you will, house churches. So you can imagine, just in one city alone is a very different contrast to the way it was when we first went. And so we envision the day that's maybe not that far away where China will be the Christian nation, the sending nation, and God will be doing things that we can only by faith believe Him in the days and years ahead. And we used to talk about 20 years from now we're going to believe God for these things, and it's 28 years. But as we looked at those, as I read this thing, reread it, I hadn't seen it in years, and I thought, God, you have done it. You have done it. The things we prayed for, that God would do the impossible, that God would grant us favor, and that we would not be afraid, and that He would strengthen us, and He would show us His mighty hand at work in our lives and through our lives as we did some of the things that we did that were probably not exactly kosher, but they were God's doing, and He provided for us.